Hey guys, Oblivion here, coming at you with the discussion. I don't want to call this a card discussion. I'm going to probably call it a deck discussion, a budget deck discussion. As you guys know, if you guys been playing DN lately, there's a basically new meta. Elemental dragons, let's see, Fire Fist, Mermaids, they're kind of already meta. But like, I don't see 6 samurais anymore. I don't see. I barely see Dark Worlds. All I see is Evil Swarm, some Constellars, a variant of Frog Monarchs with Elemental Dragons. I think I've already said that. And yeah, that's about it. Being 100% honest, that's all I can think of right now. But yeah, right now, today I was talking to some of my friends that play Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff like that, and they were saying like what has Yu-Gi-Oh come to, now it's all about competitive. There's no more fun decks. And I told them that's not true. It's what you make with the deck, it's who you play with. In a competitive aspect, of course you're going to be playing a boring deck. You're going to be playing to win, and that's perfectly understandable. But to go and play with friends, which mostly I would like to play with, you would like to use like something as Crystal Beast or some shit like that, But right now I feel like I should go over budget competitive decks that I feel are fun to me. This might not be fun to you, and if you guys don't think that it's not fun for you, or you think of something else, please comment down below. Explain to me why that deck is so fun for you. Why is it even special to you? Because I have a lot of decks here that I'm kind of close to. I really like their playstyle that I've just adapt to it. I feel like it's my type of dueling playstyle. But everybody's different. And yeah, so let me just go straight to the deck review. This is kind of like in order, by the way, guys. I tried my best to put it in order. Ma Hunters, the Hunter family. I love Hunters. That's all I can say. Hunters are just so fun to play. Like, I mean, I would probably use, actually 100% of the time, I'll probably use Hunters in a competitive aspect. But I would probably use Hunters like in a competitive scene, mostly because I feel like Hunters are fast. Yes, you guys are probably saying, oh, Hunters are not budget because the Seahorse is like $15 a piece. Unfortunately, that might be true, but you guys got to remember that there are variants out there that don't really rely on Seahorse. Yeah, they lose kind of inconsistency, and they lose like a little bit of competitiveness, but I'm working on a deck right now that does not rely on Seahorse. A pure budget deck that you guys probably could buy like 2 packs and get all the cards that you need, or something like that. You guys probably have the spare cards for it. And I will be doing a deck profile for the budget Hunters, because you guys know that Hunters are one of my favorite archetype. As you guys saw, if you guys saw on Jason's video, my Hunter Assault Mode deck, my Hunter Stardust Assault Mode deck, which there's a video of me dueling with in my channel, and there's a deck profile in SS Jason's channel. So you guys should totally go and check out the deck profile in his channel. But yeah, and you guys can see that Hunters don't really need to rely on a lot of stuff. They have Synchro. What I love about them is that they have a ton of possibilities. Synchro and XYZ, which is something that not many decks could say. They either rely on one or the other. But yeah, that's why I like Hunters. This one is totally at the top of my game. I will play this in a competitive aspect as well as it's a budget deck. Heraldics. As you guys know, I've totally been digging Heraldics lately. If you guys have seen me duel on Dueling Network, I play using Heraldics. All you see now is XYZs. That's all you fucking see. And I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, there's still like synchro players out there. But like, okay, I was facing an elemental dragon player, and he went big eye on me, and he takes I was using Heraldics, he takes my shield, detaches, he flips something face down, I forgot, and attacks and hits me directly, whatever. I go, and I'm like, oh, I have like 2 cards at hand that are completely useless, I think. I had a monk and like a monster. I'm like, please let me top deck a spell or some shit like that, anything. So I go and I top deck a advanced Heraldic Reborn. I go and check my grave. I have 2 Heraldics in the grave. Beautiful. I go for the Heraldic XYZ, which is basically you steal an effect from your opponent's XYZ, which is awesome. I love that card so much in this type of like Yu-Gi-Oh! That all you see is XYZ. I detach. I use his effect on Big Eye, so Big Eye became 0 attack. He gained the attack, so Heraldic was at 26. I used his effect to go and steal. I stole Big Eye, so I could use Big Eye's effect next turn, and it was awesome. It was awesome, but whatever. I wish I was recording. Gladiators. Gladiators are an amazing control deck. Gladiator Beast, with Rabbit and Endel is just awesome. They have an awesome card, Gladiator War Cherry. I feel like they're one of the best control decks out there. Not much to say about Gladiator Beast, but they're very budget. I love Gladiator Beast. That would be my third favorite deck. Roxton. Roxton is a very highly underrated deck. Roxton is the shit. I love Roxton. I mean, it's awesome. Beastun as well. Beastun is an awesome combination. If you guys like the stun aspect, I would either recommend one of these two decks, because that's just that's how it is. Flamvell Fire Dog is one of my favorite cards in the whole Yu-Gi-Oh game. Yeah, I think he has an amazing effect, and I mean he costs super cheap, 30 cents a pop, so whatever. Evil Swords. You guys remember that I told you guys that Evil Sword was basically my main deck for like whole format, like 3 formats ago or whatever. Evil Tile Westlow was at like $6 a pop back then, and now Evil Tile Westlow is at like $1, $2. So you guys got to think of that. Evil Tiles are just the shit. I love Evil Tiles. Black Wings. Black Wings are pretty budget in my opinion. I mean, all you have to put for is a Armor Master, which I think is $5, and a something spear. You guys know the Bora type thing that goes up to 2,800. I think he's like $1 or $2. I have not checked, but yeah, that's basically all you need, and maybe like some generic level 6 like Gaia and Stardust, and that's basically all you need, and some XYZs. That's about it. So I consider Black Wings a very budget deck. Icarus Attack I think is one of their best cards, and Kalut's at 3 guys, so gadgets, Machina gadgets. You guys got to remember, great old deck. It's fucking beautiful. I mean, yeah, it really truly is. I love gadgets. Elemental Heroes, Hero Beat, mostly because of Alias. I love Hero Beat. Utilizes Skill Drain, Barbaros, everything you could possibly think of to stun your opponent, which is awesome. Yeah, I think heroes are pretty budget. Alias cost. I'm sorry. This Shining costs like $2 or $3. I think the most expensive is Absolute Zero, which I think costs $7 or $8. And Nova Master. I don't know about Escudo yet. They don't have a price on it yet. Fusion Gate Heroes. Fusion Gate Heroes is also very good. Basically utilizes combos and stuff like that to just go way overboard. Burning Knucklers. Now, I know Burning Knucklers are not out yet, but I figure that, like, a lot of people say Burning Knucklers suck. I do not think that they suck. I think that they just need a different type of play style. You know what I mean? You guys gotta know when to explode, and you guys gotta know when not to explode. Burning Knucklers are a really good central deck. I don't think that they're going to be costly when they come out. I might be wrong on this, but again, I don't think Burning Knucklers are going to be too costly when they come out. Gravekeepers are a very stunish deck. It's just the meta is never good for them. I don't know why. Insectors are very budget. If you guys still like to play Insectors, I have not seen an Insector player like since like 2 formats ago, I think, or 1 format ago. But yeah, I want to see more Insector players. I know they're at 1 or whatever, their main cards, but the thing is, it's good to have creativity in the deck. And now that they've taken out the brokenness in their deck, I think that the deck is more creative and a lot more skillful that it has to be. Chaos Monarchs or Frog Monarchs or Frog Monarchs, whichever one you guys want. I do not know how to play this deck at all. I completely suck and play this deck. I tried and I misplaced so hard, so I just kind of gave up on it. But frogs are also very competitive. Monarchs, drop Obelisk, drop Light and Darkness Dragon and stuff like that. So it's pretty awesome. 6 Samurais. Six Samurais, I feel, are a budget deck. Um, the main deck is probably going to cost you around $80, rough estimate, and the extra deck is probably going to cost you probably 30. And this is a competitive deck, so for that being a competitive deck, I feel like it's a very good price range. You know, you have access to Barkion, Beast, Meteor Beast, and plus Xian, whatever. So it's pretty good. Also, you know, I have not seen any of Six Samurai players on Dueling Network. Just feel like I should point that out. And I said, like, you know, on chat somewhere, I was like, man, I really do miss the old meta. I really do miss windups and Six Samurais and these elemental dragons, bro. They're killer. Dark World. Dark Worlds are a very competitive deck. They're pretty budget as well. They usually, I think, you know, they usually win round 1, but they end up losing round 2 and 3 to the extra deck. So that's a really, really big downside to them. Really big downside. Macro Rabbit. Don't really know much about this deck. I mean, I do know a lot, but like I think that it's gonna get banned. Next format, I think the Rabbit's gonna get banned, unfortunately. Plus, I mean, I don't really think I had to put the deck up there because it was kind of budget, but like I don't like macro Rabbit at all. I really don't. I really dislike it. And yeah, I mean, you're probably like, oh my god, Rescue Rabbit costs like $20. It's not budget at all. But it's like you go and buy tins, guys. Like there's a tin that has Rescue Rabbit in it. I have Rescue Rabbit, for the love of God. And you kind of just like go and just open the tins or whatever. Yeah, blah blah. Heretics, whichever one. They're a pretty budget deck. They're in fucking commons, guys. Come on, and they're fucking explosive as shit. So that's something really cool. And Hazy Flame. That's another one. Hazy Flame. Not bad. I don't like their playstyle, honestly, but they're still pretty good. And King Feral Imp. I saw this in the new, like, I think it was like Cyber Night or whatever. He did an opening on the Lord of the Tickleon Galaxy or some shit like that. You know, whatever. And King Feral Imp came in common. So I'm assuming that it's not going to be very expensive, but it's a great, I think that it's the Gear Gigants of, you know, reptile monsters. Of course it's the Gear Gigant, but which is awesome though. Add that Kage whatever to the hand that you guys know that I like to tech out. But yeah guys, this is basically my segment on budget decks. If you guys have a budget deck, please put them down in the comment section below. Or if you guys have a deck that you guys are very, very close to, that you guys just love. You know, I know my friend is like very close to Gem Knights. I know my other friend is very close to Nordics. Guys, just put them down in the comment section below. I would love to hear your feedback, why you love the deck. So hopefully you guys like the you know, the discussion, and this has been Oblivion, guys. Catch you guys later.